frustrating, rewarding. It really came down to a couple of possessions.
Yeah.
If it goes the other way, probably win.
Both. Really pleased with how we played. I thought we played a clean game on both sides of the ball. I thought our offensive execution was much better. We talk a lot about teams in this conference. You've got to make them go to plan B. And we didn't do that against South Carolina. We did that today. Florida wants to score in transition. They make 7 threes a game. They only made 2. Those are 2 crucial ones that they made at the end. Credit them and Kelly Ray for putting them in that position. But I thought we did. I thought we forced them into their secondary offense, and we defended their stuff well. And then we get into the fourth quarter, and we have some offensive execution that's not really well. We turn it over and don't score, and then we go down and foul, or we give up an offensive rebound. And so at the end of the game, I told them, let's hold on to what we did really, really well for 3.5 quarters. At the same time, we're going to be in a lot of close games. And the fourth quarter, that last 6 minutes is really, really important. And we've got to make sure that when we're tired, when we're getting pressured, whatever that is, that we can still execute offensively. We can defend without fouling. We can get a defensive rebound and get it back on our side of the floor. And we didn't do that towards the end.
Once again, you talked about first times experience of being there because you did so many right things seemingly to get to that point.
Yeah, no, that's what we constantly remind them, because they are also, they wanted this game. You can see it in their faces after the game. They're disappointed, and I'm glad that they're disappointed. They're going to hold on to this, and I said, you're going to be so much better, but we've got to go through it. That's part of the process is, and learning how to win, becoming champions. You don't do that until you actually experience it. And so this is going to be, for the entire SEC schedule, a lot of first. I was really proud of Irony and how she came out in the third quarter. I thought Sahara was able to get to the rim in the fourth. Patty carried us in the first half. We shared the ball and did some really, really good things. So, again, they're going to learn from this. And as long as they continue to show up every day wanting to get better and wanting to do the things we're asking them to do, we're going to continue to see the success. But, I talk about all the time, what does success look like when it doesn't come in a win? It didn't come in a win today. We had a lot of successful moments in terms of the things that we measure, being close within the rebounding war, not giving them fast break points, not letting them shoot the 3. There were a lot of things that we talked about today that we needed to measure, be able to measure for that would be successful for us, and we did that today.
Do you feel like collectively you guys have been more assertive on the offensive end instead of going through stretches where it kind of looks like everyone's passing to see who's going to take control of possession? There's more girls just kind of clamoring for it.
I think we're more comfortable in some of the stuff that we're doing. And so because we're more comfortable, we have a better understanding of what it is. I also think that I'm going to say they because they have done it. They've worked really hard on improving their offensive skill set in some areas. We sat down with them when we first got here, and then again right before practice started and right before the season started, and talked about, like, we've seen you now long enough to evaluate you. This is where we need you to be really good. And we tried to give each of them 3 things offensively. We need you to do these 3 things offensively, these 3 things defensively, and off the court, this is what we expect you to do in these areas. And I think they all have tried to take that to heart. And so it's just starting to slowly come together. And that's what I hope it continues to look like as we continue to play.
2 games into conference play, how do you kind of feel your team's at?
I think we're moving in the right direction. It would have been really easy to come in here after playing on the road at South Carolina, feel sorry for ourselves and not get anything done. We had 2 really good days of practice on Friday and Saturday, and it showed today. So again, it's about showing up every day and how can we be better today than we were yesterday, and just reminding them of the things that we talk about and what it's going to take. And I think we're continuing to move in the right direction.
Kind of going off of that, how encouraging was it to see an effort like that off the South Carolina game, and sort of the desire to go through, those tough moments instead of just let it come to them if it comes easy? Very,
very encouraging. I mean, it's hard to bounce back after a game like that. They've never been through. You talk about never been through the conference. Most of them have never been through that type of a loss before. That takes something out of you if you don't process it the right way. And so it's us making sure we are very honest and we're very transparent in how we coach and what we tell them. And so we are always going to tell them the truth. So there are some hard truths on Thursday, but it was also, this is where we're going to learn from this. This is where we can be better. And, I'm really proud again I can't say enough how they have tried to do everything we've asked them to do. Are we where we should be? No. Are we moving in that direction? Yes. And that's our job as coaches, and reinforcing that and making sure that we continue to put things in front of them, reminders in front of them, film in front of them, things in practice in front of them to make sure we're moving them and moving the needle in the right way.